Weekly Wrestling Wednesday continues with Week 2. Mr. Excitement joined in the booth with the incredible Anthony Idol, and we have some top-tier special attraction singles action on deck.
I'm the original.
That's right. Here we have the mirror image, Ricky Mandel, headed to the ring, as he is going to be taking on none other than Paul London.
That's right, a clash of the underground here as the mirror image makes his way to the ring. And a man with no shortage of attitude, no shortage of charisma is the mirror image. Always one with a chip on his shoulder. And he makes his way to the ring here with swag, with confidence, as he takes on Paul London, a man whose resume and reputation speaks for itself.
Let me do some speaking for Ricky Mandel at this time, since we have a little bit of time. Ladies and gentlemen, without any hyperbole, I have literally seen this man eat a complex carbohydrate once in the years that I've known him. Literally, I've only witnessed him eating a carb once in the time that I've known him. And ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see, at least around the waistline, that is a true statement.
Well, there's nothing complex about what's going to take place here. But what is complex is the man himself, Paul London, the intrepid traveler, as he makes his way to the ring in a very unique fashion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you have to come out to SoCal Pro. This is why you have to venture and take a chance and go out there and see some independent wrestling, because you don't know really what's going to happen. It's not done yet. No, it's still going.
So anyway, can I get a word in edgewise here? Paul London.
Looks like I'm caught up in romance.
Serenading the SoCal Pro faithful.
I am a victim of this circumstance.
Is this ever gonna?
This love can only last
Hey, I know that guy.
as it can grow. Don't let it die or pass us by, 'cause you're never too young. You're never too young to die.
I think that's me singing that over and over again.
Never too young. You're never too young to die. Never too young. You're never too young to die. There's something else much stronger in a master plan. Never given here, consider it as planned. Might be a learning ground, or maybe just a test. Oh,
Goodness gracious. Gorgeous George, the first professional wrestler to ever use entrance music, and Paul London may be the first wrestler to ever serenade an entire crowd before he wrestled.
And what an entertaining spectacle that was, but the entertainment doesn't stop here as Paul London, the unorthodox offense, takes Ricky Mandel off his feet. And boy, oh boy, you want to talk about creative. You want to talk about innovative. Paul London, one of the premier cruiserweights of all time, here in Oceanside, taking on Ricky Mandel, and here for the fans of Weekly Wrestling Wednesday, Week 2. And now the action coming literally into your living room and into the hands of the fans here, the young fans in attendance in Oceanside, getting their hands on Ricky Mandel. Slaps to the face, slaps to the chest, and Ricky Mandel is taking a beating here in Oceanside.
Man, last week we talked about me taking advantage of opportunities. Did you see that kid pop him in the face?
Paul London, you talk about it. No shortage of creative offense off the top rope cover.
I am reeling. I am absolutely reeling like Ricky Mandel after eating that crossbody off the top rope. I can't believe he got hit in the face by a kid.
Referee Marty Elias says it was all fair game. Technically the match, I'm not even sure that it started yet by the time the action spilled outside the ring. But now Paul London settling that dispute as now the SoCal Pro faithful getting their hands on Ricky Mandel.
I think Mona needs to work on her chop technique.
Well, chopping down Ricky Mandel as Paul London here. Blows to the back, blows to the chest, blows to the face. Paul London really doing a number on the mirror image. He's got me flustered here.
He is all over him. Front face lock, Ricky drives him into the corner. Probably gonna nope, no clean break here. Drives a knee to the midsection, Kevin Nash style.
Smart to create some separation in the corner as Ricky Mandel, but Paul London using that speed, and if he's known for anything, it's taking his opponents off guard with that speed, with that high-flying offense.
Well, that may be true, but Ricky Mandel had him well scouted there after the up and over, caught him in the face with a boot, and is in firm control now.
Nothing fancy about that. Nothing really fancy about that right hand to the head of Paul London here. Is now not really the position that he wants to be going against a man like Ricky Mandel, who chokes away on the second rope, taking full advantage of that 5 count.
Fans getting behind Paul London as he makes his way to his feet. Still trapped in the corner, though, by Mandel.
How can you not get behind a guy like London? Just so magnetic, that personality, that unique characteristic of Paul London, both inside the ring and outside the ring. You can just feel it. You can connect with it. And these people in Oceanside are returning in kind.
He is a good dude.
One of the best. Unfortunately, he's in there against one of the best in the ring in SoCal Pro, in the form of Ricky Mandel. And again, shows off that swag, that hit maneuverability of Ricky Mandel. And again, you can't take anything away from the man, a former SoCal Pro heavyweight champion. I mean, hell, he's held every accomplishment that there is to hold here in SoCal Pro with a huge drop kick. And another accomplishment could be to pin the shoulders of Paul London here to the mat.
Everybody in the ring right now is Lucha Underground alumni.
I don't think any of these men, however, are holding out to prior accomplishments. They're looking at the now. They're looking at SoCal Pro. They're looking at the hottest in pro wrestling today. And a victory here could really change either man's career. The trajectory of either man's career could go up or down in a huge way depending on a victory or a loss here.
Now, Ricky Mandel at this time was making his way up the SoCal Pro ladder, had his eyes on the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship as we're headed towards the 10th anniversary here?
This was actually taking place at the SoCal Pro 10th anniversary in 2017. And as we approach the 2023 installment of the SoCal Pro anniversary, you gotta believe that Ricky Mandel, who has had his sights on the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship as recently as this past year, has got to be looking for a top prominent position in this year's anniversary event. As another wicked elbow driven across the throat, the larynx of Paul London here, who looks to retreat, looks to create some separation from Ricky Mandel. Crowd here in Oceanside, again, like we talked about, firmly behind the intrepid traveler here as the mirror image really having his way with the former champion. But that's not going to stop Paul London. He's a fighter through and through, as that jawbreaker might be a last-ditch effort from London to create some momentum.
Caught an elbow for his troubles. Didn't quite create that separation he was looking for. And Ricky looks to still be in control here.
Yep, that momentum that we talked about brought to a screeching halt here as Ricky Mandel takes over Paul London, really wearing down Paul London. And you got to believe the longer this match goes, it's going to favor Ricky Mandel. You got to believe that cardiovascular conditioning of Ricky Mandel, that's going to favor him in a match like this, really wearing down his opponent, breaking down a guy like Paul London who relies on his legs, who relies on his neck strength. And again!
Well, both of us have been through the conditioning drills with Ricky Mandel. We know that he can go all night long. But Paul London digging deep, pulling out a drop kick there, creating that separation there. Looks like he might be able to make his way to his feet first here.
That seems to be the story of the match here. The speed, the quickness, the agility of Paul London versus the conditioning, the strength, the height advantage of Ricky Mandel, and it appears to be a non-factor from Paul London, who's firing back here with what appears to be a second wind of offense.
Oh, Mandel's going to go for a super kick there. Oh, caught a wheel kick for his trouble.
Unorthodox spin wheel kick takes Ricky Mandel outside the ring. And I don't think Paul London's going to let him take a second breath.
London going airborne. Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful baseball slide, diving drop kick through the ropes. Takes Mandel off his feet and to the floor. Paul London's dangerous here if he can get to that top rope. Only God knows what he can get his hands on Ricky Mandel with, or his feet on Ricky Mandel with. What's he looking for here? Oh! Beautiful double stop to the back of Ricky Mandel. Paul London appears to have the mirror image exactly where he wants it.
2.5, 2.89, call it what you want to, but it's not quite 3 after Ricky Mandel just about had his freaking spine extruded there by Paul London with that double stomp.
2 feet to the spine, the lower back of Ricky Mandel, and Paul London maybe looking to make it 2 for 2 here.
That made my extremities tingle watching that. Oh! Went for that shoulder block again, and Mandel caught him with the knee lift. Looks like hangman DDT.
Paul London can't protect himself. Driven head first to the mat, and I think Paul London's out. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, I thought he had him, and Paul London just in the last split second able to get that shoulder off the mat.
That had to be instinct. There's absolutely a possibility of him having a concussion there after that DDT. He looks to be out of it right now, grabbing on the ropes. Can't even get to his feet right now. He's in big trouble.
Give Ricky Mandel credit here, not wasting much time. Or is he with that hip swivel? He is wasting time. I was going to give him credit.
Far be it from you to discredit a hip swivel.
Oh my gosh, shooting star press off the second rope. Paul London, not wasting a second here, rises to the top. London, star press, and he nails all of it. 1, 2, 3. Paul London pins Ricky Mandel at the SoCal Pro 10-year anniversary.
Is that win by the skin of his teeth? I'd say that's by the skin of his teeth. He wouldn't pull that out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere victory, but I'll tell you what, fans, what's not out of nowhere, every single Wednesday leading up to the SoCal Pro 2023 Anniversary Weekly Wrestling Wednesday comes to you next Wednesday. Thank you for joining us every single week.
Check out those tickets at SoCalProWrestling.com.